I finished my 214th and final Wainwright way back in 1984, and although I've picked up a few of the Outlying Fells in the years since, I've never completed them. Now, some 40 years later, I've got this crazy idea of finishing the Outlying Fells whilst I can still walk. I've no idea if I'll manage to do it, but I won't know unless I give it a go. Hopefully my exploits can inspire some of you old-timers or ex-fell wanderers to get out on their fells again. And if you really are too old or infirm, then maybe you can visit the tops again vicariously through these videos. Right, I'm going to be doing Great Worm Crag now, which is a bit of an odd one. It's just a sort of mile up and back again from the Birker Fell road, really just a straight walk. Wainwright's tried to make it a little bit more interesting by doing a detour to, I think, Great Crag, but essentially it's an up and down. The Wainwright guide says that there's a parking space about a mile along here near the Wood End farm turn-off, but I've been up and down a couple of times and I can't see anything at all. There may once have been a little space, but it's probably not been used and it's all grown over now. I was going to park by the cattle grid down there, but there's actually a parking spot just here, about 50 yards short, big enough for 2 cars, so that's a good starting point. Let's make a start. I think the cattle grid is as good a starting point as any, because I don't think there's a path as such up the fell. It's just a matter of following a few tracks, although there's a little path here. And we'll see where that takes us. Right up ahead, just on the left, there is Rough Crag, which the original Wainwright route would have sort of bypassed, and I think Great Worm Crag is actually just that little knoll in front of us. And not surprisingly, there is a sort of path here. Well, the path peters out very quickly, so I think it's make your own way up by whatever beeline you can. And try and make as much use of these grassy patches as you can to keep your feet dry. One way up, probably not the only way up, is to head towards what looks like a cairn from the road, but turns out to actually be a gorse bush. Now whether that will still be there in the years to come, I don't know. But it makes a good intermediate point, and it looks as if there's a path leading away from it towards the summit. Follow the Herdwicks with Rough Crag over there, and looks like our objective is straight ahead. Still a little way to go, but it's been gentle so far. There is Hesk Fell, which you can do from the same place as I parked, and then the Pike was also over there, all part of one Wainwright walk. Looking like it might get a bit steeper at the very end. I guess there's several ways to go now. Presumably you can go straight up, looks like a path there, or for the right or the left. I think I'm going to go round from the left, go over the summit, and then go down on the right hand side over there, and then see if I can actually make a decent circular walk of it. If I go along the ridge there, come down here, I should meet the wall somewhere over there, and then go down that way. Makes it more interesting. Nice grass and rocky bits when you get towards the top. Much prefer this to all the bog and everything on the way up. Not been too bad though. It's always exciting when you get something peering over the horizon like that rock up there, because you begin to think, is that the summit? But of course it's not, and I don't think I've ever done a fell walk where you actually come up to the summit when it's the first thing you see. Right, I can see a pole coming up there. Is that the summit? Well, we've made it, and what a view that opens up over there. Well, that's Great Worm Crag ticked off. That's another Outlying Fell done. As expected, there wasn't really a path up here, but there's plenty of faint tracks and sheep trods, all which end in the same direction, so you really can't go wrong coming up from the Birker Fell road. Even in mist, I mean, you just need a compass bearing and that's it, although why you come up here in mist, I don't know. I have to say that on the way up I was thinking, well, this is a bit of a chore just to do this one, which doesn't seem very impressive. But boy, when you get to the top, what a view. I don't know whether you can see that behind me, but it goes right across to Wasdale, Scafell, everything over there. It might seem an insignificant little fell, but it's well worth the stroll up from the Birker Fell road just to see that view. Pick a good day. Anyway, so I'm going to make a round trip of it now of sorts. So I'm going to head off in this direction here. There's a cairn there and looks like a path. Maybe down the ridge. It should meet a wall somewhere down there, and that should take me back to the car. And that's a very pleasant little stroll. Not at all difficult. A little steeper towards the top, but nothing too steep. Right, let's make a start down. Well, I thought there might be a path, but there obviously isn't one, but it's quite gentle strolling down the grass. I think we've just got to head straight ahead and then bear right. You can just about see the wall over to the right there. Well, it's been quite boggy, and as you can see, lots of streams, so nice to get on a bit of high ground where it's a bit drier. There's the Birker Fell road down on the right, if you can make that out, and Hesquel straight ahead of us. A nice dry bit now with a semblance of a path That's quite pleasant, but up until now it's really just a case of meander about and in the right direction, just avoiding as much boggy bits as you can. I probably could have picked this wall up a little higher up, but the views disappear, and you might as well head straight down to the car, which I can now see just slightly to the left there, and an actual path. Maybe I should have taken this on the way up. See if we can find some drier ground nearer the wall. A gate there you don't really need to go through. But there's no real drier path over by the wall, so not worth taking that little detour there. And then you just hit the path where we started. And then half a mile ahead is the Crosby Snack Shed, which if you come from Alpha, you would have passed on the way up. If you're coming from Eskdale to do this walk or to walk up Hess Fell, then I really suggest that you go on that other half a mile. Take a look in their little snack shed, and if the shed's open you get some good coffee. Other than that you get some cakes and things from the little honesty box there. That's well worth a stop. Well, that's another Outlying Fell bag, Great Worm Crag, and a lovely easy little walk. If you're thinking of giving that one a miss because it doesn't look that interesting, I urge you not to, because right at the top it's got some of the most stunning views in Lakeland, across to Scafell and Waswater, all the fells around Wasdale. That's another one done then, and we'll see what happens next. We're ticking them off very, very slowly. I'll leave you with a recap of the route that I took, but of course you're free to take almost any route you like. Just head to the top and head back down again and try and avoid as many boggy bits as you can.